Welcome to Radio on Fire, home of the Diamond K Show.
Diamond K in the house.
And now for your urban news and entertainment report. Here's your host, Diamond K.
Oh my goodness.
It's the Diamond K Show.
Welcome to the show. Your man Diamond K in here. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for tuning in. So for folks here in Baltimore, they will know who Sheila Dixon is. Sheila Dixon, for those outside of the city, was mayor of Baltimore from 2007 until 2010. She is a current candidate for the 2024 Democratic nomination. She wants her old job back. She has run on a few other occasions, come close, but has not regained her job back as of yet. So with that being said, I don't work for her campaign. I'm not consulting her, although she could hire me. But I'm not consulting her. But I want to offer some advice to Sheila Dixon. So she was recently, let me say this, her initial campaign ended in controversy. So she has that to battle with. Right. That is something that opponents, critics will throw at her, the controversy surrounding her last term. Now, I think that everybody makes mistakes. Everyone in America seemingly loves a comeback story. Hers is a comeback story. I really don't think that some gift cards, that foolishness, it never really weighed heavy on me. When you consider politics and you consider some of the things that we see Donald Trump and other men do in office, the gift cards was, it was a minor oversight. And that is why she has, in her subsequent bids for office, come so close, because the people of the city of Baltimore have so many things to be concerned about than that situation from 2010. But that is not what I wanted to really focus on. I really wanted to focus on she was doing an interview. The current mayoral candidate, Sheila Dixon, was doing an interview from her home on Fox 45 in Baltimore when she was seemingly attacked on air. While she's on air, she's doing this interview via Zoom, and an unidentified man threw clothes at her during this live interview about a week ago today. So naturally, the first item that came at her is just like, what was that? And then there's this yelling, and it was, seemingly is like the person hit the camera or the phone or whatever she was using to transmit the Zoom. So she's on live on Fox 45, and the reporter Patrice Sanders is interviewing Sheila Dixon. There was a town hall that was later on that evening, and Sheila Dixon was on Fox 45 speaking about the upcoming town hall. So a man began to throw clothes at Sheila Dixon, yelling things. Sheila Dixon is 69 years old. Now, Sheila is trying to answer questions while the person is being rude, to say the least. This moment went viral. And again, somebody from Baltimore going viral for the wrong reasons. She seemed to be scared, nervous. It was unfortunate. I didn't like it. I didn't like any part of it. I do like Sheila Dixon. And I've met her on a few occasions. She was always nice to me. And, so I wanted to talk about her campaign. Like I said, She is running for office. She's trying to be Baltimore's next mayor. And as I said, I do not work for her campaign. I am merely offering advice to Sheila Dixon because I think that if you want to be the mayor of the city of Baltimore, if you want to be someone who talks about crime and fighting crime and getting things together, you first have to take care of home. You got to. I'm not making a joke. I don't think that what the man did was funny. I don't find any humor in it, and I'm not making fun of what happened with Sheila Dixon in any way, shape, or form. The former mayor was also nursing a cold. Her voice was strained. And so these several articles of clothing could be seen landing on Sheila Dixon as she's trying to maneuver the camera. So the reporter asked Sheila Dixon what her message to the public was regarding their concerns about crime in the city. So at the moment where she's talking about crime in the city of Baltimore, while she's in the midst of a race to become the next mayor, she's dealing with her own set of challenges at the moment. So Miss Dixon said, so 3 things. 1, people don't feel safe. People are afraid. Carjacking, thefts, stealing cars, and people want to see the presence of officers in their community, engaged with them, walking the beat, talking to them, getting to know the residents, and that is not happening. At that moment, the man throwing the clothes at Sheila Dixon's head continued. One of his things seemed like a bra, a brassiere, the height of disrespect. So Sheila Dixon is not married. Many people assume this was her partner, her boyfriend, gentleman that she is seeing. And I heard some people, or one person, allege, Brother Muhammad alleged that it is her son that is doing this. And in some kind of way, that made it better. So I'm going to address this from both perspectives. I don't know whether it was her boyfriend or her partner. I believe that that's who it was, throwing a brassiere and other clothes at her. I doubt if her son did that. But let's just address if it was both. Either one. Sheila Dixon is running to become the next mayor of Baltimore. Now, whether you're going to vote for her or whether you're not going to vote for her, as a candidate, if I was consulting her campaign, I would want her to get in front of this. Get in front of this immediately, because other opponents are going to use this moment as something to throw at her. So she has to get in front of it. She has to show people strength. People respect strength. And if you're not showing strength, then how can you expect to be mayor of a city like Baltimore? Any city, even Mayberry. How can you expect to be the mayor? How can you expect to ask people to vote for you if you do not exude strength? So at the point that the man was throwing clothing at Sheila Dixon's head, she tried to continue. Reminds me of a show I did when I was very young, and it did not go my way. And I tried to tell the other guys in the group, let's just continue like nothing happened. Let's just keep going like nothing went wrong. Maybe they didn't see it. Okay, no. Everybody saw it there live in that auditorium, and everybody saw what was happening to Sheila Dixon. So she tried to keep going like nothing was wrong. The man could be heard yelling at her as he threw more clothes at her. At one point, the reporter, Saunders, said, "There's a lot of feedback there. Are you hearing my questions?" Dixon replied, "Yes." Before Saunders ended the interview with, "We hear you are fighting through this. So we're going to let you conserve your voice, and we'll see you tonight. She was referring of the town hall that Sheila Dixon was supposed to be on the Fox 45 airways to promote. And so it was definitely sad. It was definitely sad. She did not know how to handle it. And if we saw him doing this on live TV, what do you think was happening without cameras? Now, Sheila Dixon is a mother. She is a black mother. It is very few black mothers that don't know how to handle this situation. So I don't know whether it was the nervousness of her being live on air that she did not handle this as I think is instinctive for black women. My mother's been on the phone many times, many times. And maybe me or one of my sisters are trying to talk to her while she's on the phone, or even my father tried to talk to my mother while she's on the phone. And a mother, what Sheila Dixon should have done is what my mother would have done in that situation. Okay, so she's on the phone, or she's on air, right? And someone's throwing stuff at a black mother. Somebody threw something at her. This is whether it's her son or whether it's her boyfriend, doesn't even matter. She's gonna say, hold on a minute, Fox 45. Don't you see that I'm on a call right now? You better wait till I'm finished. Don't you be talking to me and throwing stuff over here. If you do something again, I'm gonna have to go beside your head. She's gonna check it in the moment. Sheila Dixon should have checked whomever, boyfriend, partner, son, whatever, whoever it was, she should have checked them in that moment. That would have showed strength. That would have been relatable. That would have shown some of the citizens of Baltimore who may be on the fence about her or maybe are supporters that they are supporting the right candidate. I think that is what she should have done. She should have checked him or in that moment. But she didn't do that. She did not do that, and she embraced what I call victimhood, right? And so in that moment, we're thinking, the average viewer is thinking Sheila Dixon is the victim of abuse. Sheila Dixon is going through some kind of domestic abuse in her home. Now, on the back end, we feel sorry for her, right? But also, she's running for mayor. Does this help or hurt her? Did she lose the race in that moment? Oh, it's definitely possible. She should have checked it in that moment, but she had another opportunity because, as I said, she was doing a town hall meeting that evening. So, of course, it's going to come up at the town hall. So, Fox 45, hosted this town hall. And reporter Mackenzie Frost asked Sheila Dixon if she was okay following that morning's interview. I want to make sure if everything is okay with you and if you could respond, the reporter asked. I thought that was a fair question. Sheila Dixon said that everything is okay. All right. Sounds like she's going to start making excuses. She said that people are in pain. It's the holiday. People are stressed. We have challenges in the family, in your partnership, and relationships. And sometimes people don't know how to express their stress. So I am fine, she said. Oh, no, you are not fine. You may be trying to portray this image for the campaign, right? You're trying to support Sheila Dixon. You can do that. She's Sheila Dixon for Baltimore is the website. She's running for mayor. I do not work for her campaign. I am talking about this from a standpoint of if she wants to really be the mayor, she's got to get in front of this because her opponents are going to throw this at her. Many feel that Brandon Scott is vulnerable. I am one of those people that feels that Brandon Scott is vulnerable. He is the current mayor. And congratulations to Mayor Scott on the birth of his first child with his fiance. And child's name is Baby Charm. Congratulations to him. this term of his, and he came on the show at the beginning of his term, and this has not been an easy term. Being mayor is not easy, so this has been difficult. And some folks think that he's vulnerable. I as well. I think that he's vulnerable, and if he wants to get reelected, there's some things that he needs to do. But Sheila Dixon, if she's trying to really make a run for this, and she has the opportunity, she has the name recognition, she has the support, and if she wants to really give this a college try, she has got to show and prove that, one, she can control what's happening in her household and not give a political answer about something that was so public. It's definitely going to hurt her in the coming months. Now, people got short memory, as you can see. The way her term as mayor ended, the fact that she's back and able to be competitive shows that people got a short memory. So yes, this is not something that they're going to remember forever, but this is a critical time when she is vying for the Democratic nomination. I think that there's going to be some other folks that are going to be eyeing this race, thinking about jumping in. What I am fearful of is someone coming in and splitting the vote. But that's what you have. You have in Mayor Brandon Scott, you have someone who is in their first term. The incumbent should be strong, but he's vulnerable right now. You have a challenger who is a former mayor, strong up until last week. Now she's looking vulnerable. You have other candidates in the race that don't have the type of name recognition, and then that creates the opportunity for another candidate to come in and maybe do damage. Bob Wallace, who's been on the show before when he ran previously, is also running. So you have a lot of things, but he doesn't have the name recognition that obviously Mayor Scott or Sheila Dixon has. So if someone is going to come into this race and really catch fire, I don't know who that is just yet. It may not be anyone else, and maybe Brandon Scott squeaks by with a victory. Who knows? I don't know what's going to happen. But whatever's going on with former Mayor Sheila Dixon, I hope that all is well. As I said, I hope that she's okay. But if she really wants this job, if she really wants to become the next mayor, and you can support her campaign, Sheila Dixon for Baltimore.com. If she really wants to be the next mayor, she's going to have to get in front of this. It's not going to just go away. It's not just going to fade in the background. She's going to have to address this. And a couple of words that I heard her say, I don't know. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X, TikTok, Threads, at The Diamond K Show. Of course, on youtube.com/djdiamondk. And definitely support the show. Become a member, diamondkshow.com. I am just looking forward to this coming year, 2024. Can be, will be, should be, if you decide the best year yet for you. I plan for it to be my best year. And I'm looking now because I wanted to see who is running for mayor of Baltimore officially, so we can go over some of these candidates. I will be interested to see if any of you know some of these candidates. So let's do this. We can bring this up on the screen here. Let's do that. I want to show that to the viewers. So let's see what we got. All right. So on bring it up. All right. Here's what we got. All right. So this is some of the candidates currently running for mayor of Baltimore 2020. This is a presidential year, obviously. So running for mayor, Democratic Party, Uncle Wayne Baker, Baltimore City, filed in the fall. All right. Wendy Bozell, okay, also filed in earlier this year in June. Of course, Sheila Dixon, who we have been talking about, she is registered and running and official, right? She is officially running. So let's continue down this. Wendell Hill Freeman, all right, Democrat, has been also running since June. Now, some of these are names that you may not recognize. Let's see if we can enlarge this a bit. All right, so doing that, and we're going down some of these names. Yolanda Pulley, a name that I recognize, filed in November. And Keith B. Scott filed in November. Bob Wallace, who we talked about earlier, filed in November. Those are all Democrats. Bob Wallace last time ran as an independent, now running as a Democrat. Donald E. Scoggins, Republican. And I'm not even going to Chukwamika Egwu, a declaration of intent filed in November, which is not actually active. So active, we have this Republican, Donald Scroggins. Active, we have Bob Wallace. Active, we have Keith B. Scott. Active, Yolanda Pulley. Active, Wendell Hill Freeman. Active, Sheila Dixon. Active, Wendy Bozell. Active, Uncle Wayne Baker. So if these folks are serious, if these folks are really going to make a run, because sometimes people just run, and sometimes people take it serious. And I hope that folks are taking it serious, because now more than ever, Baltimore needs competent leadership. We need strong leadership, because this is a day that we haven't seen before. Now, across the country, they will tell you that crime is on the rise. Crime is actually down. Nationwide, crime is actually down. There have been spikes with regards to carjacking and the such, but generally speaking, crime is down. So don't let folks don't let folks fool you with the BS. Crime is down. So as I said, I want to congratulate Mayor Brandon Scott with the birth of his first child back in July. Brandon Scott announced that he was expecting a child in the winter of 2024. Scott announced the birth of Charm Jamie Scott with his fiance, Hannah Pugh. And he made a post today and said that last night we were blessed with the healthy and safe arrival of baby Charm. He wrote this on social media. Both Hannah and Charm are doing great, and we are very excited for this next chapter in our lives. I'm looking forward to the new adventure of being a dad. Thank you to everyone who sent well wishes. And speaking of well wishes, we definitely want to send those from everyone here at Radio on Fire and the Diamond K Show. Shout out to Mayor Scott, baby Charm, and his fiance, Hannah. So you can listen to the Diamond K Show, of course, radioonfire.tv. Make sure you check us out, become a member. Very easy for you to do that. Head on over to ONFIRE-TV and click membership. You can become a member for as low as $2. And we have all types of packages. And you can get the daily show, commercial free, as well as the bonus show. There's also mixes from yours truly, Diamond K, and bonus mixes. So it's a lot going on over there. RadioOnFire.tv is where you go. The Diamond K Show. I am here weekdays, 6 p.m. It's the biggest New Year's Eve party in the city, going down at Iconic. December the 31st, doors open at 10 p.m. Sections are half deposit, so you need to reserve. Text 410-446-6847. Limited early bird tickets are available. More information, 410-949-6733. Music by DJ Surreal, DJ Styles, and DJ L Boogie. Big as the what? New Year's Eve at Iconic.
It's about to get crazy, Baltimore.
The best of both worlds.
All black underground reunion.
All black everything. Black cars, all black everything.
At the Potapsco Arena, Saturday, February the 3rd. Doors open at 9 and we close at 10. With 2 rooms of non-stop music. And ballroom number 1, 80s and 90s music. With the legendary DJ Terry T, Frank Ski, Kenny K, Jimmy Feaster, and Daryl McCree. It's all hosted by MC Nash.
Along with Stephen Bell.
Buzz in ballroom number 2, Hot Toddy, Mr. Incredible, exclusive DJ AZ. And it's hosted by Darren Big Stage T and Mr. Shelia. Limited free food with a cash bar. Advanced tickets is $30. Tables are $300. Ticket locations at Eventbrite. Silver Star Restaurant, 801 Bonaparte Avenue. Tag Team Production, 443-953-1966. Ricky Duvall, 202-299-8346. Barry Henderson, 443-467-9344.
The best of both worlds.
Saturday, February the 3rd. All black underground reunion at the Potapsco Arena, 3301 Annapolis Road.
All black everything. Black cars, all black everything.
Be there!
You already know what it is. Don't meet me there, beat me there.
Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it.
And we are back here on the Diamond K Show, of course, RadioOnFire.tv. I am your host, Diamond K, the Diamond K Show, weekdays, 6 p.m. right here. And check us out on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get those subscriber count up and up and up. So we're going to be posting a lot more mixes on there, coming from some from the vault and some me live, and definitely youtube.com/djdiamondk. Bonus show, bonus mixes. You can get all those by becoming a member right now, RadioOnFire.tv. So, a couple of stories that we have to hit that are not pleasant. So this guy right here drove 250 miles. To kill his baby mama's new boyfriend. Now, aside from that terrible thing that he wanted to do, when he gets there, he fatally shoots the wrong guy. You cannot make this kind of stuff up. It is unfortunate that we have criminals that are this idiotic. But thank you to the Arlington Police Department for their work on this case and their commitment to keep that community safe. So he has now been convicted and sentenced. Kendall Morris, 26 years old, found guilty and sentenced by the jury to 27 years in prison for murder. His act of anger was misguided. It was ridiculous. It was tragic. And now he's going to have to spend the next 27 years in prison for murder. On May the 4th, 2020, so this is at the beginning of the pandemic, Morris drove from Houston to Arlington to kill the new boyfriend of the mother of his child. Now, he thought he saw the boyfriend and opened fire, killing Robert Cooley III, who was 24 years old, and not her boyfriend. So that, I mean, it is just unbelievable. It is unbelievable. So this man from Texas, sentenced for this failed murder attempt on, the person that he was, trying to get at, but it was not a failed murder attempt from the standpoint of someone losing their life. So traveling from Houston to Arlington, 250 miles. So he never met the boyfriend, and he only had a vague physical description. Well, I guess all black people look alike. So this guy opens fire, mistakenly killing an innocent man. I mean, the boyfriend was an innocent man anyway. What are you driving down here to do this for in the parking lot of this apartment complex? Now your baby mama is going to, maybe she's still dating that guy. She's going to be dating somebody else. She's going to date a whole lot of people in 27 years. 27 years. And your child is not going to get to see you from behind bars for a long time. So we have, sadly, the victim not being the intended target. I mean, even the intended target, I didn't want that to happen. So you have this so-called gangster who kills the wrong person. Morris was arrested in Madisonville, and an AR-15 rifle was found in his car. Cooley described as an exceptional athlete, musician, and had aspirations of making it in the music industry. Sadly, 24-year-old Cooley, Robert Cooley III, killed in May of 2020 by this guy. If you're watching, but if you're listening, this is a black male, Kendall Morris from Texas, and he has been sentenced to 27 years. So do you feel sorry for him? Do you think that he got treated unfairly after killing the wrong man? I remember this story when it happened, and we talked about it at the time. But just driving hundreds of miles, it will give you time to cool down. It should have given him time to cool down. But sadly, even taking this long drive did not cool him down one bit. And, it is sad. It is really sad that in this day and age, we have folks that are that angry and can't even get it right. So according to court records, the two had the Mr. Morris and the actual boyfriend had several adversarial conversations on the phone, which prompted him to take the drive. All right, so they're mouthing off at each other on the phone. A witness who lived with the unnamed boyfriend told police that early in the morning of May the 4th, 2020, a 2008 white Nissan Altima had been parked at the apartment complex where the shooting happened. The witness saw Cooley walking through the parking lot and then heard several gunshots and then Cooley lying on the ground as the Altima drove away. A Texas state trooper arrested Morris and another man that was with him. Authorities retrieved an AR-15 from Morris's vehicle. The man who accompanied Morris to purchase ammunition and drive with him from Houston to Arlington, was initially charged with murder, but the district attorney dropped charges. And so you have that. So this is what we have. We have two guys getting into an argument via phone. Nobody knows what nobody looks like. He drives all the way there, kills the wrong person, and now 27 years. 27 years in a Texas prison. Couldn't happen to a better person. Couldn't happen to a better person. Yeah, you were angry. Yeah, you were upset. And he's probably taunting you. Probably was taunting him. But that doesn't mean that you drive there and shoot and kill him, and then you shoot and kill the wrong person. So not only do you damage your family, your mother, father, siblings, whoever is going to be caring for you, missing you, your child. You didn't think about none of that stuff. But you impacted a whole uninvolved family. A whole uninvolved family, killing the wrong man. And you shouldn't have been shooting anybody after this anyway. But they had this adversarial conversation. And it ends terribly. Ends terribly. So the jury ordered Kendall Jarrell Morris to serve a sentence of 27 years in a state correctional facility for the 2020 slaying of Robert Cooley III. Now, a jury previously found Morris guilty of one count of murder for fatally shooting Cooley, and it is really sad. It is really sad. Never met the boyfriend in person. Did not know who he was going to get at. He just knew that he had a beef with some black male that's going to probably be in this parking lot. So he drives 250 miles in his 2008 white Nissan Altima. I'm surprised that it made it that far. So he had an AR-15, and no surprise there. AR-15 being the weapon of choice. So police also say that Morris and the other man captured on surveillance footage from a gun store in Edgebrook, Texas, on May the 3rd, the day before. And Morris purchased two 23 magazines for the AR-15 rifle. So there you have it. This young man is going to be an old man or older by the time he gets out of jail. Let me know your thoughts, of course, in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok at The Diamond K Show. Of course, radio on ONFIRE.TV is where you go to catch up with me, see what's going on. Of course, become a member. You can get exclusive access to the show, commercial free, and as well as the bonus show. You are supporting The Diamond K Show, radio on ONFIRE.TV, and all that we do here. Do this. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back with more of the show after this.
It's about to get crazy, Baltimore! The best of both worlds! All black underground reunion!
All black everything. Black cars, all black everything.
At the Fantastical Arena, Saturday, February the 3rd. Doors open at 9 and we close at 2. With 2 rooms of non-stop music. And ballroom number 1, 80s and 90s music. With the legendary DJ Cherry T, Frank Ski, Kenny K, Jimmy Feaster, and Darryl McCree. It's all hosted by MC Nash.
along with Stephen Bell.
Buzz in ballroom number 2, Hot Toddy, Mr. Incredible, exclusive DJ AZ, and is hosted by Durham Mixtape Steve and Mr. Shelia. Limited free food with a cash bar and base tickets is $30. Tables are 300. Pick your locations, anything bright. Silver Star Restaurant, 801 Bonaparte Avenue. Tiny T Production, 443-953-1966. Ricky Duval, 202-299-8346. Barry Henderson, 443-467-9344. The best of both worlds. Saturday, February the 3rd. All Black Underground Reunion at the Potensico Arena, 3301 Annapolis Road.
All black everything. Black cars, all black everything.
Be there!
You already know what it is. Don't meet me there, beat me there.
Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it.
This next story is maddening because, I mean, when you think about it, Christmas time, whether you believe in the holidays, whether you celebrate the holidays or not, is supposed to be about family. It's supposed to be a time where you get together, whether you exchange presents, whether you don't. Getting together with your family and your friends is supposed to be a good thing. It's supposed to be something that is joyous. I come from a pretty decent sized family, not the largest family in the world. I have 3 sisters, one sister no longer with us. So a story like this frustrates me because, you know, what we would give to have my sister Shawan back. I mean, and then we have a story like this in Florida. This tragic incident unfolded, and sadly, this 23-year-old mother of 2, Abrielle Baldwin, was killed on Christmas Eve by her 14-year-old brother during a family dispute over Christmas gifts. Over Christmas gifts on Christmas Eve. So this argument originated while the family was shopping, and the younger brother was upset about receiving fewer gifts. And this dispute explodes at the grandmother's home. So the 14-year-old threatened to shoot the older brother. So one is 15, one is 14. The 14-year-old, I guess, got more gifts. The mother spent more money on gifts, and the 15-year-old was upset. The situation escalated, and it led to the younger teen threatening his sister. Sister's trying to break up the dispute between the 2 brothers. She's holding her young child, 11-month-old son. Tragically, the younger son shot his sister, Abrielle, in the chest with a .40 caliber handgun. Now, the baby that was in the carrier remained unharmed, thankfully, but fell to the ground. In response, the 15-year-old brother emerges from the home and shoots his younger brother in the stomach. And then he flees the scene. The 14-year-old is hospitalized and in stable condition, is going to face charges once released. The 15-year-old has been arrested and charged with attempted first-degree murder and evidence tampering. Prosecutors are trying to decide whether the 14-year-old should be charged as an adult for his sister's killing. So the police in this area are, I mean, they're at their wits' end, talking about all of the guns floating around. They believe that these 2 teenagers got the guns that they had from stealing them from unopened or unlocked car doors. So the police in the area are telling folks they cannot continue to leave their guns in unlocked cars. In Florida, this is definitely an epidemic that they are going through. And it's so sad. This This young mother, 23 years old, just trying to live her life, just trying to make it through the holidays, and is shot and killed by her 14-year-old brother. This family affected immensely by this fight between siblings over Christmas gifts. It is beyond me. It is beyond me that we would have something like this happen. This culture of guns, this culture of violence, and then we have an argument happening between siblings. And I think that they're going to end up charging this 14-year-old as an adult. The 15-year-old getting attempted murder charges and tampering of evidence. And this 14-year-old, the one who shot and killed his sister, they're going to probably give him, he's going to probably get life. I mean, I don't see how it happens. This is Christmas Eve, people. This is Christmas Eve. And like I said, whether you celebrate Christmas or you don't celebrate Christmas, this is a tragedy. This is a tragedy. So we have two brothers who do not know how to contain themselves. And according to police, these kids have not kept their noses clean. They have been given smacks on the wrist repeatedly. After shopping with the boys, their mother, their sister, and the sister's two younger children, ages 6 and 11 months, went to the grandmother's house in Largo, and that's where the argument started. That's when the 14-year-old brother stood in the doorway. He took out his .40 caliber semi-automatic handgun and he pointed it at his brother and told him he was going to shoot him in the head. That's what he told his brother. The 14-year-old tried to get the 15-year-old brother to fight, and an uncle ended up separating them and moving the 14-year-old outside into the driveway area. These two are a menace. Family tried to de-escalate, but at this point of de-escalation, attempted de-escalation, things got even worse. That's where he found Abrielle carrying her 11-month-old baby in the carrier. She told him, "You all need to leave that stuff alone. Why are you trying to start it? It's Christmas." The 14-year-old proceeded to argue with her, calling her some derogatory names, and then shot her in the chest while she was holding her infant. Holding her infant in the car carrier. She fell and the baby fell too. Baby was unharmed. So in the house, of course, they hear the commotion. The 15-year-old brother comes outside. He brought a .45 caliber semi-automatic handgun and exclaimed, "You shot my mother effing sister," and shot the 14-year-old once in the stomach. This is horrific. Horrific. The sheriff notes that there was an 8-second gap in between the time the 14-year-old shot Abrielle and before he himself was shot. At the time he was shot, he was no longer in possession of his gun. The 15-year-old then ran, threw his gun into a nearby yard, and fled to a relative's house in Clearwater. Abrielle was transported to a hospital and died from her wounds. Just a woman going about her life, doing her thing with her two kids. Now, sadly, this 11-month-old and this 6-year-old are going to be forced to move on with life without their mother. 14-year-old was hospitalized, underwent surgery, and is in stable condition. He will be released from the hospital to the Florida Department of Juvenile Justice. 14-year-old was charged with first-degree murder, child abuse, and delinquent in possession of a firearm. They're probably going to charge him as an adult. When police located the 15-year-old brother in Clearwater, he made self-harm statements and was taken to a mental health facility. He was charged with attempted first-degree murder and tampering with physical evidence. The .40 caliber handgun that the 14-year-old used to shoot his sister has been recovered, but the .45 caliber gun that the 15-year-old used has not been as of yet. And as I said, the police say that the brothers got their guns by stealing them from unlocked cars. They're out in the middle of the night doing car burglaries. Both have been arrested for committing numerous car burglaries in May. These young kids, these teenagers in this area, routinely carry firearms, and this, sadly, is what happens when you have young delinquents carrying guns. They get upset. They don't know how to handle things. They don't know how to manage their anger. So they take out their guns and just start shooting each other, and one kills his sister. The proliferation of guns in the streets, gun culture, guns in the hands of kids, we really got to get this under control. Kids are not getting the consequences that they should be getting. Because if they were, we would not be seeing things happening as bad as they are right now if kids were getting the consequences that they should be. So I am very sad about the loss of this mother, fatally shot by her teen brother. And it is sad. It is really sad. What can we do? What can we do? How can we reverse this culture of violence? How can we reverse this culture of guns in the hands of kids? Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok at The Diamond K Show, Threads at The Diamond K Show, YouTube.com/djdiamondk. I'll be here tomorrow, 6 p.m. For members, head on over. You can go to ONFIRE-TV, become a member. The bonus show we'll be having shortly for our members. And I will see you guys tomorrow. You need to get in touch with me, djdiamondk@gmail.com. All of our members get access to the daily show without commercials and the bonus show. You can only get that by becoming a member. Visit RadioOnFire.tv, click membership, or click members, and become a member. Very easy to do that, $6 a month. In addition to that, we have the mix show without commercials and the bonus mix exclusively for our members, starting at $6 a month. Very, very easy to do that. Head on over. I will see you guys tomorrow.